Hi guys, welcome back to 40 Plus and Unfiltered. In today's video guys, we're going to be talking about the privacy, and I'm talking about general privacy as a people, as a human beings on our daily lives. I think a lot of us just go through their lives doing things without actually realizing how much of monitoring we're actually enduring as people. And I'm talking about everything and anything. So, for example, guys, you go to the supermarkets, if you go to the self-checkout, in the majority of them, there's now a camera just looking at you. Of course, if you go to specific websites, or any websites, in fact, there is a cookie preferences, things that you tick, you accept, you don't accept, TV. Anything that you choose to do, you either watched, listened, or controlled in one way or the other. And I think it's becoming to the point where it is ridiculous, but we're so used to it that we just accept it. It's coming to the stage now, they don't have to watch you to control you. They have to just make sure that you're busy enough to not notice what it is currently happening. And as I said to you guys, there's so much of it currently happening, but we're so busy with our daily lives that we just don't understand. You know that the phones, they're constantly listening to what we've got to say. And then not just the phones, we're talking about other smart devices. And I'm pretty sure you would have some examples where something spoke to you, which I'll give you in a minute, when you just had a conversation, if you do have any smart devices in your room or with a phone with you when you're having certain conversations. Things about the TVs, the monitor what you're watching. Things like, if you are subscribing to some sort of free services, nothing's really free, we know, because if it's free, then you're the one, or you're the product of the instance. The point is, it is absolutely everywhere. And I'm going to give you a really good example with the phone. We all know, guys, the smartphones, or I know they call themselves smart, but in fact, they're probably not smart in your favor, but in fact in somebody else's. But the point is, a little while back, we gone for a really long walk. And my feet were absolutely killing me because I had some new shoes and basically I had some blisters. So when I come to sit down and I said to my husband, now my feet been, basically I used a word that said my feet felt like they've been, so-and-so. And then my phone spoke to me saying, oh, do you know in this instance you have to call such and such to be able to deal with that situation. I'm like, whoa, hold on a minute. There was no like any trigger word saying, oh, blah, blah, tell me this, tell me that. It was just there. The phone was just with me and it spoke to me because it clearly listened. It had some trigger words, must have been different trigger words that they, for some reason, felt that it needed to be intervened. And in this instant, be it a probably true case, then probably is a good idea, but it just kind of really shows you that they're really listening. And I've tried this again thereafter, that hasn't happened. So clearly, where there was a little bit of glitch in the matrix, glitch in the system there, I don't know. But the point is, the phone was clearly listening to what I was saying. And it happened before when I was at home, and I do use these smart home devices through Amazon to control the lighting. Unfortunately, yes, we feel guilty of controlling things because it makes my life easier. And because I know that we are controlled or monitored in many ways, to me it's like, well, I know it. That's how it is. It makes my life easier. So in this instance, I feel it's somewhat a little bit harmless. But again, they do listen. And sometimes they say certain things and they just butt in like they were their person just listening to you, and they just want to suddenly give you their opinion or specific facts, which is sometimes is rather amusing. But the point is that it's there and it's listening and it's sometimes responding when it's not meant to. But anyway, just talking about the monitoring part, it is getting like really bad, right? Really bad everywhere. And it only takes for you to step back for a minute and actually understand that every single thing that you do, okay, whatever it is, be it I said on a phone, online, in person, we are constantly being watched and monitored. I said to you before, guys, like the reward cards, the supermarket cards that they have, we know and they know that they monitor every single purchase, okay? That we are being profiled as a people to what we buy, how often do we buy it, do we use cash, do we use card? They know every single bit of it. And actually, I've seen an article where I think it was Tesco's talking about the club card, and they're saying they were talking about introducing specific kind of profiling, but something that they're basically going to tell you based on your shopping scenario, shopping habits, what you buy, and send you reminders and maybe some offers, because they'll say, oh, we know that you buy pasta every week or every 2 weeks. You haven't bought one last week, so we know you're going to be running out. So we're going to send you a reminder to buy your pasta. This is how bad this is getting. Okay, and unless, as we talked about, guys, having those cards, we can't really do without. If you're trying to kind of save money, we have to have them. This is how they made it. They made it that we are relying on them for to be able to save the money, because not many people can afford buying things full price. Although where the whole thing is going with the food and the control and monitoring, we want to step away from that. A lot of people just can't afford to. If I had all the money in the world, sold the cards, I'd just go and buy what I want, but I can't. Okay, we all guided, or majority was guided by the financial situations, and they make it that way. They're making it this way to know that majority of the people just won't have the choice. But anyway, another part of just generally the control and the monitoring part, apart from all the CCTVs about, you don't even know half of the time that there are certain CCTVs in specific places, because, well, why would you even consider that? But it happens. Like now, even supermarkets installed CCTVs in the specific aisles, not just generally dotted about in alcohol aisles, some other specific aisles. Like they're right there. Like there's some face recognition things now trialed in certain supermarkets before you buy expensive things. So it is becoming horrendous. But another part is the surveillance and the monitoring part, and losing the whole losing the whole sense of secrecy versus the people. The little parts of that is, say, Amazon, okay? And again, I'm guilty. I shop on Amazon. I don't have time to go do shops. I don't really buy a lot of nonsense shit, which is world is full of now, which we'll cover in the different videos. But if I do need to order something for my little one or something for myself, then I'll go on Amazon. If it's easier for me, I'll do it. I've got the Prime, but that's fine. It just kind of saves you the postage all the time. But the point is, when we're talking about the privacy, the basic things now of having stuff delivered just in a naked packaging, like we're just no longer hide anything. And you know what? It happened last year when I've been ordered a gift for myself by my other half. And although you have to tick gift packaging, that means there's nothing at all showing, the like double packaging, whatever. So so it's really kind of a secret what's arrived. They failed to do so. So the gift arrived, and I was at home accepting the gift, and I was rather upset and disappointed because it totally ruined my Christmas surprise, because I saw exactly what it was, because they failed to do the packaging. And as I said, there's a thing you normally tick, oh yeah, it's a gift one, so you might be putting a little message in. But generally, when we order something, I expect some sort of degree of privacy or respect for customers, that you at least bag an item, like whatever it is, or paper bag it. Just, if they care about the environment, paper bag it, which they do in a lot of cases. But now, they're trying to save money. They just don't give a shit. They just don't give a crap. And they send you stuff out in naked packaging. So many things I've ordered, okay, and some bits were for the gift, be it, say, a food item, like a blender, for example, and they will just send you in the manufacturer packaging, and they slap 3 labels on it, one with the address, one with something else, one with their recognition codes, and it arrives to you like that. So then what happens, then if you decide to return it, well, what are they going to do? They're not going to repackage that. They're going to keep the labels in there or take the address label off and just resell it. If the item is new, that's what happens, right? And it's horrendous. We're coming to the stage, I ordered a piece of clothing from Amazon, okay? I've ordered 2 different sizes to try. One arrived with Royal Mail, one arrived with Amazon delivery. Both were just in a clear bag. It showed the size, it showed everything about this item, because it was just item in a clear bag with my address label on top. I thought that was absolutely disgusting. Not only the people that work for Amazon see that the shit that you buy, when they're packaging, when they deliver it, and they profile you as well, 100%, because I know somebody who used to work at Amazon. But the point is that now Postman knows what size I am, what I'm wearing, what I choose to wear, what I choose to buy. It's just ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. And both of them arrived. I'm like, okay. So he goes, there we are, love. You go, what if it was something, a bit more personal? But they don't care. To them, probably, it's a little bit of a laugh. But nonetheless, right, we're talking about the Amazon, and when stuff arrives in the packaging, just as it is, they label the stuff on it. And then if you were to return it, as I said, they'll have to deal with that. And then what they'll do, they'll just take the address off and put new address and resell it. So one of the things I wanted to make you guys aware, because it happened to me multiple amount of times, is when you receive an item, like I received one of my tops, right? And the item arrives, okay, and it's got the little LPN sticker on it. So LPN sticker, it basically means that the item that you purchased has already been bought by somebody else, okay, it's been worn, touched, done whatever, and it's been returned back on Amazon. So when that arrives, they put the sticker on there, LPN, after it's been processed, and they just put it back up for sale. And literally, recently, it's got really bad. A lot of things you now buy, which is meant to be new, is now LPN, which means they're being returned. And you got to be very careful, because people that process stuff with Amazon, they don't always notice the issues why the item's been returned. Because not necessarily items been returned because it's been just doesn't fit or whatever. It could be a reason that it's actually faulty. And it's been numerous amount of times we ordered something, it's arrived, and either was a missing part or something else, or was broken because they haven't done their job properly, haven't tested that. So that was just kind of a little tip for you. If you do order something and it's got the LPN on it, check the item. Check the item for anything that's not necessarily wear marks, but zips, anything that could be missing depending on what you buy, because this is what happens. It happens a lot. Anyway, this wasn't the point of the video. The point was of the where now was people losing a very basic rights to a very basic privacy. And all that we understand with the phones and everything else, it's been in the making for a very long time. We've been monitored for a very long time. But when it comes to basic things like your everyday clothing or something else that kind of arrives, it doesn't have to be clothing. It could be something, as I said, personal in many instances, that is there for everybody to see. We lose dignity, right? We lost freedom. We're losing safety, security, and now we're losing dignity in the eyes of everybody else who's dealing with our stuff. So we are pretty much becoming translucent, I would say, as a people, because again, society, everybody and everything, even Postman now knows the sort of size I am and what sort of stuff I like to wear. So there we are. Whinge over. Anyway, guys, yes, sorry, this was just a brief whinge video because a few things obviously happening, and I thought it was important to bring this to your attention. But there we are. Of course, guys, as usually, don't forget thumbs up. Please comment down below your thoughts. Very, very important. See what you think about the privacy. See where do you think it's going. And otherwise, well, thank you for watching. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.